Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I am here with an embellishment or building an embellishment idea for our Spring Blossom Junk Journal. And what I've done is I have gone into Better Homes and Gardens magazine. I have found some flowers. These are a hydrangea, and this is what I'm going to use. So I did a test over here to make sure that this particular magazine would work, and it does. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out a strip of this blossom here. And remember, we are building embellishments here. So some of the videos we are not finishing our embellishment, but building them. So this is going to be a base for probably a couple of embellishments. So I'm going to cut out the square, and then I'm going to pull out my packing tape. So this is just, well, this is the Duck brand, but I've used several different brands of packing tape, and they all have worked. And our image is a little more than 4 inches. I want just about a 2-inch strip, because at this time I just want a single strip. Okay, so I'm gonna throw these away. I know, I can't believe it, can you? We're gonna go ahead and let's straighten this out now, because and you could rip it for a different effect. Okay. So let's see. It doesn't bother me, but it would kind of drive other people crazy that it was a little bit off. So we're getting smaller. Our strip is getting a little smaller, but it's okay. Okay, so there we go. We have straight edges now. Okay, so now we're going to take our packing tape, and we are going to get us a piece just a little bit bigger than our strip of flowers, and we're going to take our packing tape and put it on directly, and you saw that it comes up to it like a magnet. Then you're going to take and go ahead and press the picture into the tape. Okay, so you're going to press the picture into the tape. And of course, you could just take this as it is and put it, and it'll be glossy into your book. But we're going to go ahead and put this in this little batch of water over here. And we're going to let it set for a little bit. And then we're going to come back over here, and one of the other things that I want is a couple of squares. So let's go ahead and okay, so let's come over here. Okay, I'm like at 2 and an 1/8. So we'll go to 2 and an 1/8. That'll give us a square. And a square. And of course, we're going to keep our I probably should have just done 2 because that's how big the tape is, Julie. Okay, so we're going to get these ready to go in. And I'm sort of cutting my 1/8 of an inch off. Okay, so we have we're still soaking there. You want to soak it, depending, I mean, if you've already tried it, 3 to 5 minutes. We got a couple of wrinkles, darn. Oh well. So we have that one. We'll cut this just a little bit more. And you could make beads out of these flowered pieces that we found as well. You can make like we made the paper beads, book paper beads. You could make them out of, okay, so we want to press this down really, really good. Okay. And we did such a good job, we're stuck to the board. Did we press this one down really good? I know we might have got distracted because of the... Okay, and we'll pick it up. Okay, so you come back over and you pull your item out of the water and you just start rolling from the top of your image. Start rolling your paper down. Okay, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's literally leaving the image on the packing tape. Okay, and we're just rolling. We want to get all the paper off of the back. Okay, so, but we're leaving the printed image. Now, anywhere that there is white where no image printed, we'll be able to see through. Actually, it ends up being pretty transparent. You see, you can see my my finger through there as it's working the paper down. I just think this is a fun and different effect to have in your junk journal. I think this would be really cool if we could find some flower words. I looked for flower words in my magazines. It's like, you know, they're always there until you're actually looking for them. Okay, and then I want to set this aside and let it dry. Because what happens with this is as it dries, it comes back, it turns sticky again. Okay, so this is using a magazine. Another way that we can do this, and we'll just set this aside, is using an image from, this is wrapping paper. So we'll use the flower market from the wrapping paper. This is part of the Spring Blossoms kit. And to get this whole piece, you know what? We'll do the little one. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up a little. And you can clean this up before you put it on your, on the tape, and then it's ready to just go onto whatever you're going to be putting it onto. Okay. You could also fussy cut it if you wanted to. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I already have tape. Oh well, now we have more. Okay, so we're just going to go, we want to mainly get the words this time. So I'm going to come down on it, and then I'm going to rub to make sure that we get all the print in. Okay, and then we're going to come over here and really quickly pull our squares off. Okay. And you can see where the wrinkle was. We have a little bit of a, it's been compromised. There is a wrinkle that goes across. But I think it's still going to be usable. So there's one of our squares that we're going to come over and hang also. I'm just hanging it on the front of one of my my little plastic drawer sets over here. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and keep, and you see we're just pulling the paper off the back. Okay, but the printed image has been grabbed by the adhesive of the tape and is staying on the tape. You can do this with a photograph. You know, you want to try it with a piece of the photograph before you, and make sure that it's going to work. But, because it's going to depend on the paper. Okay, so we have our two squares ready. And they're going to be drying. And we're just going to throw our wrapping paper in here. And you can see it starting to take the water in. And the fun thing about knowing what you're going to do is sometimes you already have things ready. I'm looking for something to dry the table off. How about a dry baby wipe? Okay, so that was packing tape and a magazine, packing tape and wrapping paper. Then we're going to bring back, and I've cut out a piece of the cat book, and what I'm going to do is figuring that the let's see if we can find it. Okay, now this is actually coffee dyed. I just want to get an idea how we are. Yeah. Okay, so we can go ahead and make us, oh, you know what, with this one, I did a double. I did two pieces of the packing tape on one. So, but one of the things you could do, like for that, the pink that we put away, you could have an edge, like for a side pocket flip thingy. It could already be ready to have your, well, this is the purple one that I did. So it could just come and go straight on to this, this here. Okay, and so I'm putting it right on top of the book page. And that is ready to be a side pocket, or it can go and cover a flip. But it is ready, and then we can put something down here that you would actually be able to write on. You know, like like cutting out actually might be, oh, you don't have that in your kit. I didn't put blue. I put yellow, I think. So, yeah, so there, and it stuck. That was the original sticky, and it stuck to the edge. So, I'll show you with the wrapping paper one. I actually did 2 pieces of the packing tape so that I could get the whole little flower market cart. So, and I thought I would put this one on at an angle on top of some of the book paper, and then you just want to line up the second piece. Okay. And you see how where there was white, so where there's white on the wrapping paper, it comes off totally clear, and you're able to see through it and put this in. So I'm just going to leave this on here because I don't know for sure what I want to use it for yet. And if you get this closer, then maybe you won't have the crease in it. But of course, the crease here isn't so bad. It's just down at the bottom there. So you will be able to like take a piece of lace or something and cover it down there, and you won't be able to tell. So if you have some packing tape, I know you have some of the wrapping paper, go ahead and take your book page, take a piece of your wrapping paper, and go ahead and make a double packing tape and put it onto, so after it's dried, then you put it on your paper, okay? And we will have this, and this will be able to be a pocket or something in our book. And then with one of your other wrapping paper, and you might want to try this one first, do the single one first. It's just right at about 2 inches that you want to cut your flower market stand. And you see when we pull these down, you see how it gets transparent everywhere there's white. Isn't this fun? I think this is fun. And by letting it dry, what that does is the extra drying brings the sticky back. Okay, so we can go down and get some more, make sure that we've got all the paper. Okay, so you can see we're still taking the paper off. We're transparent here. So anything that you are going to use, you want to try it. You know, try a piece of it first, like the magazine or a piece of wrapping paper. This is the wrapping paper from Michael's, and it is in the kit, the Spring Blossoms kit. You got a piece of this, and there are still some of those kits available in my Etsy shop. Okay, so that is using masking tape on wrapping paper, magazine, to get to start building our embellishments for our junk journals. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you've done this before, tell me about it. What do you think? What's your favorite thing to do this with? And I'm going to try it with a couple more things. I have done it with a napkin. I used a napkin for the peacock book that I did several months ago. But I have a couple of other papers here that I'm going to try, and if they work, I'll be back and show you those too. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing day. And your homework is a side paper and one like this. And then you can also get a couple of squares ready. Okay, a couple of squares ready so that, and these can just go onto a book paper also. I'll show you because they're pretty much, they're almost dry. That was still paper on that one. Okay, so you just take out one of your book papers, find one, if you can find one that's got some interesting print on it, and of course you want to check your words, make sure they're okay. Kind of like them at an angle. It's up to you. You can do them however you want, but you see how they look there behind the pink? And, oh, there's my other square. That one's still wet. Okay, so that gives us a couple of squares. And let's see, what else do we have? I'm going to line this one up at the side of my words. Okay. And of course you could put this on ledger paper or graph paper if you have it. This is a piece of the napkin that I was checking to see how well it was going to work. So you can see the back of the bicycle. This is what was left after we, so I am going to try the bicycle as well. Okay. Is that all of our piece? Oh no, we still have our big piece of pink. We don't want it upside down. So here's our big pink piece. And I'm going to go ahead and do it at an angle. Okay. So there we have our two squares, piece of wrapping paper, the long piece. This was my testing piece, and the double. So, and we've used up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pieces. Well, if you count the napkin one, we've used up 6 more pieces of book paper. Hooray! Hooray for using up book paper. Okay. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe and have an amazing day. Bye!